just a regular episode. So what are you doing out?
Wait to drop your F-bombs.
Why?
Because it's live. I don't know who's listening.
I'm out. I didn't know this was going to be restricted.
That's it. I'm good. So, good morning, Dwayne.
Good.
Friends for a long time. It's the first time we've met in person and been at an event together.
Indeed. The good old interwebs allow us to get to know one another.
Yeah, definitely. And so, what in the world are you doing here all the way from Maryland? Tell us what's up.
We're trying to be better technicians and serve our customers better. So,
right,
Cecil's a great place to start that. So I've always followed Cecil with his business management classes and such.
Right.
Then iScan came around.
Yep.
Eric introduced himself to me.
Yeah.
I put him through the interview process. I guess probably about 3 months before we end up investing with the iScan platform.
Yeah.
And then with the two combination of both business management classes and technician support.
Right.
We thought this was just an ideal.
Yeah, man, it is a pretty nice, and the facility is pretty cool.
Fantastic.
It really is, and it's different than what we normally go to, right? Like it's not your standard event,
right.
And it is much more social. It seems like a whole lot more social stuff going on.
I agree. It's definitely set up so much more that way versus we're what we usually roll up into a hotel and we're down in their conference room or that sort of thing. Yeah, it's just fantastic.
It really is. It really is, and the food, man, the food's been amazing. Yeah. So, Rick, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a technician for 28 years.
Okay.
Mostly just whatever comes in the door kind of place. And then I hooked up with Dwayne about 8 years ago.
Really?
And now we specialize in German,
high-end
cars, Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Acura, Volkswagen.
Right. So. Dwayne's a pretty cool dude, isn't he?
Oh yeah. It's been fun.
Hey, I was supposed to hear that. Shoot, I was supposed to mute that so you couldn't hear it. I won't be able to get out the door as hell swell up. So, very cool. What's been your biggest takeaway from the event? Dwayne, what are you thinking when you
make me dig deep because there's been so many takeaways.
Right.
It's really just been incredible. Quite honestly, every time we get off script, it seems to be my best takeaways when we get something.
Absolutely.
Cecil's running through a class. He looks at his watch. We got 30 minutes left. Not going to make it. Go read all this stuff on your tablet later. Let's continue this conversation we're on now. So you're sort of that fluid, ability to adapt and meet the mood of the room. And it's been fantastic.
I talked to Cecil yesterday, and one of the things I thought was really interesting was that on Friday night during the panel, after the panel, we had the question session.
Mm-hmm.
And so it went, I know an event organizer looks at that and says, "Oh my God, please stop it!" Right? But usually don't get to be had. Right?
Exactly.
It's always we try and polish the event, we try and polish what's happening, and clean it up so much. We don't want to say things that offend people or hurt people's feelings.
Yep.
But a lot of that was very important for others in the room to hear, right? Because they don't get to hear that much.
And then the follow-ups that come from it, because that was out of our character or what we were speaking about. There's 5-10 more conversations that happen later amongst the other shop owners, technicians. So it's just like you do on ASOG. How did your day go? How would you have handled this? That type of thing. I know I had at least 7-8 different conversations after Friday.
Absolutely. It was pretty cool. And I was telling Cecil one of the coolest things for me, and David wasn't here. Imagine that. David shows up late. I was late this morning. I can't say anything.
Exactly. So why are you even saying that? Why?
Well, because you were late, 3 days in a row?
It doesn't matter.
So, long story short, I thought it was really neat. Somebody said, like, hey, raise your hand if you're happy, or raise your hand if you like what you do. And everybody in the room, their hand went up. And I get that there's a portion of our industry that doesn't feel that way, right? This is part of the 1% that shows up to training.
We're the choir.
Exactly. But still, the fact that many people raised their hands was pretty awesome, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, I thought that was really cool. I'm going to end our live stream. So, folks, if you want to come back and listen to this, got to listen to the podcast.